Government's reliance on the money market has intensified as it borrows heavily to finance maturing bills and critical projects following its exclusion from the international market. However, over the past 6 weeks, the government has consistently missed its borrowing targets, raising concerns among investors and stakeholders. My colleague Emmanuel Opon delves into this troubling trend in the demand for government treasuries and has filed the following report.
The government borrowed over 115 billion Ghana cedis from the Treasury market in the first half of 2024, marking a 70.22% increase over the same period last year. This sharp increase has triggered concerns among investors, particularly in the light of recent undersubscription trends in government securities. The recent trajectory of undersubscription in government securities has raised alarms within the investment communities. Stakeholders are becoming increasingly wary of the government's heavy reliance on the domestic market for financing, with many questioning the sustainability of this approach. Professor Peter Korte, an economist, highlighted the potential risk of this borrowing strategy in an interview with CNR Business.
Too much borrowing from the money market itself is also not encouraged, because then government is crowding out the private sector. So if more of these funds are also going to the real sector, private sector, rather than going into government treasury bills, then that is fine for the economy. Let's also note that with the debt negotiations and restructuring, government would gradually reduce its borrowing on the treasury bill market. So I think government might not suffer, government finances might not suffer that much, because it has other options, getting some more concessional loans, getting debt negotiations, debt certain interest rate cuts, and many.
The government, in its July report on the post-COVID-19 program for economic growth, informed the International Monetary Fund that its immediate priority remains issuing sufficient treasury bills to finance the fiscal deficit. However, Wilson Zilevo, an investment analyst at Data Bank, expressed concerns that the current trajectory of undersubscription could complicate government efforts to secure adequate financing.
There could be some linkage to the election, the upcoming election. Yes, it could squeeze government a bit on that front, and that could be quite problematic. So yes, if I'm to give a direct answer to it, yes, it could affect government in a way. That's why it's important that they meet their targets.
Another reason why government is setting high targets for its treasury market is largely due to the fact that in the coming days, in the month of August, government is expected to honor some matured coupons. For some analysts, these are some of the reasons why there is undersubscription on the treasury market. Reporting for CNR Business, my name is Emmanuel Opon.